Hey guys, what's up? It's munclesonkey starting off another episode of the Ironman progress here, doing some herb lore, and I just created my last quorum potion and managed to get 57 herb lore, so I had the perfect amount of herbs in my bank. That was really convenient. And now I have all the levels I need to complete Fairy Tale Part 2, Cure a Queen, which is what I was going for with the 57 herb lore there. And also on the bright side, I have quite a few super strengths and quite a few super attacks as well to use for Slayer in the future. That's definitely going to be helping out when I'm going on some of those harder Slayer tasks. Like I have Hellhounds at the moment. They're a little bit difficult to hit with my current stats, so the super attacks are going to make a big difference there. Also, this Fairy Tale Part 2 Cure a Queen gives me a little bit of XP that I can use in summoning. Now, before we really get started in the video, the one thing I wanted to ask you guys is, what's a good way to train herb lore on Ironman? Currently, I know of getting herbs from Miscellanea, which I'm doing, getting herbs from Farming, which I'm doing, getting herbs from Slayer, which I'm doing, and also you can camp Aberrant Specters for noted herb drops. But other than that, I'm not really sure if there's a way to train herb lore that's better than any of those, because those are all quite slow, and just over time, eventually I'll build up a large stock of herbs, but I'm kind of impatient and I would like to actually train herb lore. So let me know what you think. I've heard there's like a dungeoneering method that's really good herb lore XP, but if it's only like 10-15k herb lore an hour, I won't bother with that. I would only do that if it's actually very, very good herb lore XP per hour. But regardless, let's go ahead and get into some questing, because I have some plans of what I want to do this episode in that regard. I am finally going to finish up Fairy Tale Part 2, even though I have been making use of the fairy rings for quite some time now, even without finishing it. We cured the Fairy Queen. She looks quite better, and we should be finishing up the quest now, which unfortunately the Fairy Godfather is still in control of the fairies. However, I do have the stat requirements to do Fairy Tale Part 3, and I don't remember it being a particularly long quest, so I might as well go ahead and do that one. Let's just put this one on summoning really quick. Main reason I'm doing this, and we get just one summoning level. Alright, that's fair. Any summoning XP I get is incredibly helpful, as it's a very difficult skill to train. I'm about to finish up the Elder King quest. I decided to do this because this is going to give me an awesome ring, giving me access to both a fairy ring and a bank with a Taco Zo teleport. So I'm really excited to get this ring. It's just a convenience item, one of the best convenience items in the game. Not really absolutely necessary for anything, but it's just very, very nice. As we go through the final cutscenes of this quest, and I should be getting a fairly decent amount of XP from this quest, but unfortunately almost all of it is combat XP. And I believe I just got a magic level. I also have a lamp that I can spend, but again, only on combat XP, so it's not really all that helpful. But I'll put that on ranged. Oh, I need at least 75 range to use this lamp. Well, I guess the only skill I can put it on is magic then, but it's such a waste to put it on magic, because you just don't need magic XP because it's so easy to come by. But whatever, I mean, I'll take it. A free 100k magic XP is better than no free magic XP, and I'm level 94 combat now and so close to 1600 total. Okay, about to wrap up Fairy Tale Part 3, which is a pretty good quest because this means I now have a magical watering can, so I no longer need regular watering cans, as well as I got a few levels after this quest. It looks like a thieving level and a farming level, up to 65 farming, which is just epic. That's one of the requirements for WGS. I probably won't be doing that quest anytime soon. But hey, also 1600 total level milestone. So I have a few more quests that I'm planning on working on for summoning XP. But I'm glad I got this one done because I no longer need the Drayman staff to teleport anywhere anymore, which is just very convenient. Finishing off another quest here called Carnelian Rising, and I never knew about this before, but apparently there's some extra XP you can get after this quest is over, which is pretty interesting. So I think I searched this chest to get it. I'm also going to kill that cave wolf thing again and get some whatever rewards I can get. I'll take all this stuff though. A coin pouch. I'm not really sure what the sweets do or the note does, but I'll take all this stuff just in case. And I can go find the kid wherever he is. He's like adventuring in the world, and if I find him I get extra XP lamps for doing that. Okay, I just killed the cave wolf matriarch again, so let's go ahead and hand this in and get our reward. Okay, 100 unicorn horn dust, 200 dragon scale dust, pure essence or flax. Well, to be completely honest, out of all of those, flax is probably the most useful. I'm not sure though. I'm gonna go ahead and grab that flax because that is a lot of flax, and I'll be doing fletching eventually sometime in the future. Here is Philippe's first location in the combat training grounds, and he's going to give me another lamp, which I'm going to use on summoning XP. So I'll go ahead and use all of these lamps because he doesn't move on to the next location until you do use them. So I might as well. And there is our first summoning level out of this little grindy thing, 620 XP away from a level. So the next thing that I have to do is I have to meet him at the mountain camp entrance, but for that I am going to have to complete the quest Mountain Daughter, and that one shouldn't take too long. Oh, he just gave me a lamp and I didn't even do Mountain Daughter. Okay, whatever, man, I'll take it, but summoning XP, let's go, another summoning level. And the reason why I'm 43 summoning is I turned in some penguin points. I didn't think I would get very much XP, but I got a lot more than I thought. It's kind of weird how it says this required Mountain Daughter if it didn't require Mountain Daughter. I'm not really sure what that's all about. I found him again. Time for another 5k XP. I still think that's pretty awesome that I didn't even have to do that last quest, even though it said it was required. So summoning, there is another summoning level up to level 44 now. I have 2 more quests that I know of that I can do, at least that I have the requirements to do, that are going to get me some summoning XP, and that should bring me up to 45, and then 45 summoning is going to give me the requirements to do Salt in the Wound, and that gives a fair amount. Salt in the Wound looks like it gives 12.5k summoning XP, and even though I'll have to do several quests before that, it also gives 15k Herblore, so it gives a lot of very, very juicy XP for me. So I want to make sure that I work towards that one. I just need 1 more summoning level till that I have the requirement, and how I'm going to get this XP is, I believe, the Great Brain Robbery. This is really, really weird. I wanted to do A Tale of Two Cats because I'm going to need to do it eventually for a multitude of reasons, but it won't let me accept the quest. It's weird because I've done the only requirements there are, and I have all the items I need, and I want to do this quest, but come on, son. I can click not right now. I'm not lagging at all right now. Everything else is working completely fine, yet if I try to actually accept this quest, it won't let me. Why? About to finish up Tale of Two Cats. No particular great reasons to do this quest other than the fact that I can get summoning from it, at least as long as I choose summoning from the reward XP lamps, which is great. Every single quest that has a reward should have it that you can choose what skill you want that XP to go in. So let's grab a couple of these and we will get a summoning level up to 45, which does mean Salt in the Wound requirement. I suppose, I'm pretty sure this is it. And we'll look here. Yep, all the levels I need to complete Salt in the Wound. So I will be working towards that. I have quite the chain of quests to do before I can. But, you know, that's what I'm going to be working towards. About to finish up Kenneth's Concerns, which is just a very, very strange quest. I don't fully understand the storyline here. This kid is, like, really pissed off that he lost his train, and he has supernatural powers. I'm not really sure how that all ties in to the overarching plot of how sea slugs are taking over the town, but anyway, I get mine in XP, so that's the most important thing, and I also gain access to, I think this is my last requirement for Salt in the Wound, which means I can do that. But this should get me a mining level, so up to 53 mining. I'm going to do Salt in the Wound now. I believe this is the last quest I needed, and that gives me some much needed Herblore XP as well as Summoning XP. And I'm finishing up Salt in the Wound, which should give me a good amount of Summoning XP. It's not going to get me to 50, so I'm going to need to find some additional ways of gaining Summoning XP, which is going to be difficult considering I only have 24k, but I did want to get that 50s cape done, and I'm going to be pretty close after this 95k XP total from completing that quest, which is awesome. 2 summoning levels up to level 47, and another thing that I can do now is there's a quest called, it's one of the Temple Knight quests, I'm not really sure what the name of it, but it gives 8k summoning XP, and I now have the requirements to do that with this summoning, so I think I'm probably going to do that one. I'm also really, really close to a Herblore level, which is nice. Checked both the pest control worlds. Turns out that the only boat that is active on one of the 2 worlds is the high level boat, but you need 100 combat for that, and I'm only 95 combat, so I can't do the void quests. So what I think I'm going to do instead is I'm just going to use some charms and get up to 50 the old-fashioned way. I have 731 greens, 912 golds, almost 500 crimsons, although I'll try not to use those, so I should have plenty of charms to get there. It's just going to take a while to collect the secondary ingredients, which I was trying to avoid. I'm about to get a summoning level, and this one is going to be level 57. And why is this important, you may ask? It's important, well, I did unlock Spirit Terrorbird along the way, so I'll probably be making some of those. I will probably have to do the As a First Resort quest so I can buy raw bird meat every day, which I'm not looking forward to. One of my least favorite quests in the game. It sucks. But I can also make the Spirit Kiats as well as the Spirit Grox. So I can now do Nature Rune running if I ever need to without having to go through the Abyss. And I can additionally make Spirit Kiaks so I no longer have to run to and fro between this altar and Taverley Bank, which is going to make summoning training, whenever I decide to do it again in the future, much faster. About to finish up a construction challenge here on the Ironman. I had to do a lot for this challenge. I had to like collect some T-clogs and stuff, but it'll probably be worth it. I was 52 construction when I started, and I imagine after I turn in this challenge, I'll probably be around 56 or so, and I'll also get a reward from the challenge mystery bag. I additionally have a monkfish challenge to turn in, so let's go and see what I get. Wow, another divine impling. This is crazy, man. You see so many of them in Birthorpe. And the circus is here too. I'm going to take advantage of that after I turn in these challenges. Alright, I'm hoping I get a ton of construction XP for this because it is quite a difficult skill. 15k fishing, that's decent. Doesn't help out all that much, but 21k construction. That doesn't quite get me to level 56, but it gets me really close. I open up these two mystery bags. 79 mahogany planks. That's actually a really good reward. And 17 rocktails is not a good reward, but I'll take both of them. I'm just about to finish up my god statues for the month. After this, I will most likely go ahead and do Troll Invasion. And I'm not really sure whether I should spend that in Herblore or what skill. Probably Herblore. That's, I imagine, the most difficult out of all of the Elf City skills that I got, but summoning might be a good idea as well. I haven't completely decided yet, but I got my second construction level out of all of this, well, not really much of a grind here, but out of the daily challenge, and then the god statues as well got me from 52 to 57 construction, so that's quite a lot of free construction XP, and that's really nice to see. Construction is getting up close to 60. Just finished off Troll Invasion. I got my reward book after a long period of thought into this. I'm going to put it in Herblore because Herblore is honestly probably the most annoying skill to train, so that is going to get me up 2 Herblore levels. I was really close to 58, and it got me that level as well as getting me 59 as well, so that's really close to 60, and that's nice because, in all honesty, Herblore, now that I think about it, really does take more collection time and more, you know, camping stuff for herbs and stuff than summoning or farming or construction or any of those other viable skills. Just about to reach a pretty, I would guess, landmark achievement here. I mature grotworms. I get this kill. I'm almost out of food too, so I need to bank, and it comes in at a really convenient time because I managed to get 70 range, which does mean I can now upgrade my range weapon. I'm planning on using this guy right here, the Black Salamander. So I'm gonna go have to catch one, and unfortunately it does require 67 hunter, and I'm only 66, so I might need to make a hunter potion or something, but I'm not gonna go trade hunter for a level. That ain't happening. Decided to just go ahead and make myself a hunter potion here so I can catch this kebbit, or not the kebbit, the salamander. I had to catch a kebbit to make the hunter potion. There we go, gathering your own ingredients. Kind of sucks about Ironman sometimes, but at the same time it gives you a nice sense of achievement as well. Just finished my 60th task in a row and gained 60 points. It's like 60ception, but I got a pretty decent amount of XP for that one. Unfortunately, I did move my house, so I'm going to have to teleport to Falador, I think, and move my house back to Paladin so that I can get tasks for my Slayer Master again, because it's kind of difficult to get there any other sort of way. But I just finished off that task and got a ton of alkables from it, lots of really long swords, maces, all sorts of good stuff. Oh man, it's 7.5k to move it back to Paladin. It hurts. It really hurts. And I'm going to have to move it back to Taverley every single time I want to do a construction challenge or something like that again, just because it's way more convenient. This is why I got to do Slayer, man, is to gain some of that GP from all the alchable stuff. Slayer is just amazing money over time. I've probably made like 3, maybe even 4 mil from all the rune items so far. And our next task is going to be Fungal Magi. That's actually really good because you get a lot of limpet roots and potato cactuses from this task. Now we move into a couple clips that are going to be post-commentated that I did during a stream earlier today. So I am getting back into streaming. I took a break for a little while due to some unfortunate internet problems. That's going to happen if you decide to go with Time Warner Cable, and that was kind of a risk I was willing to take, but it's been somewhat sorted out to this point, so I can again stream. I managed to get myself 71 Slayer, which is pretty awesome, and I do plan on doing a lot more Slayer in the future. Is it the most beneficial thing for you to do in Ironman? Probably not. It'd probably be better if I focused on quests and that sort of stuff to try to get some stats up and get some unlocks available and, you know, get as much of the game opened up to me as I possibly could, as well as working towards while Gothic sleeps. However, I just really love Slayer, and even after getting 120 on my main, I cannot stay away from it. Also, when I got this Spiritual Warriors task, I found out that that is amazing GP. I made around 700k or something like that just from that task alone. It was ridiculous how much GP I made, and I managed to get a lot of these tasks that are just very good money, such as Grotworms, Spiritual Warriors, of course, and then there's stuff even like this cow fight task that I did at the Exiled Marauders is very good. So my plans for the next episode is I do want to finish off RFD. I only need 13 more quest points in order to do it. I do have to do Desert Treasure, so that might be an adventure getting that one done. However, that's going to be a really big achievement done and a really tough requirement to work towards Wild Gothic Sleeps out of the way. So that's what I'm going to be aiming for next episode. Thank you guys for watching this one. I'll see you next time. Farewell.